About from wherever you watch me from, this na the Hard Talk Show, Hot Seats, when we meet live na YV television every Wednesday at exactly 8 p.m. And of course, a repeat of this show they come up on Saturday, every Saturday at exactly 3 p.m. Me na Samuel Ibrahim come as always. This is the Hard Talk Show where they bring you issues we get for do with the development of Sierra Leone. It cuts across education, the health sector, agriculture, governance, politics, and plenty other things them. And in this show, we bring people we matter to the subjects matter. And inside the program today, they can look at the impacts of agreements we more so specific on energy we don't reach parliament in recent times, and what sort of an impacts we don't get on the people and lives. Of course, the members of parliament, their perspective. And inside the studio this evening, for look at this all-important topic, we get the pleasure to get Honorable Christopher Kekura Vandi, we are the chairman for the Energy Committee in our Parliament. Good evening, Honorable Christopher Kekura Vandi.
Good evening,
and we happy to get you.
Good evening, Samuel. Good evening, listeners and viewers.
And similarly, so at the studio, we get Honorable Dr. Mfa Sori Beshekolma. We him na the opposition spokesman for members of Parliament within the All People's Congress Party na Parliament. Honorable Dr. Mfa, na a pleasure for getting at the studio. Good evening.
Pleasure for the thanks for having me.
Generally, energy, of course, now one factor we drive socio-economic growth in every country, and that's more the reason why, of course, in relevance, now one way, they downplay. And the fact is, over time, we don't hear from several stakeholders, actors, and players in our society. We don't see energy issue, now human rights issue. The fact is, again, we don't see many things that happen in our country. Plenty of people, the good, the bad, and the ugly, always they try to associate with the current state of energy in the country. The most recent, the schedule, we plenty people don't call the timetable for communities as it relates to the manner at which people forget lights in our various communities. Nonetheless, you view, and of course, very pertinent, just like how the next person in view pertinent. But again, this is not the program where we tolerate each and every views and then allow the public for judge. So, first of all, start off with Honorable Kekura Vandi. You're not the chairman for parliamentary committee in a parliament, and that's what they occupy since the last parliament. So far so good. I've been on like for you for the chair this all important seats where, as we speak, they're under fire from the public with regards to the current state of energy in the country.
Thank you very much. As you rightly say, when I came parliament in 2018, from that time they appoint me as the Energy Committee chairman. But I was new in parliament though, but parliament where they go, so picking they go parliament, if you not believe it, say don't come there. If they give you any responsibility where you feel say you new to you, you get what you need for do for like you able adjust. And they assure you say when I was made chairman in 2 months, I was like an old MP. Even the first committee meeting where a whole I call the minister and the sectorial heads of the energy sector, the way I perform and about people feel say me not be second timer, But I learned from people the way I meet. The current Speaker of Parliament will get so, the Right Honorable Sengepo Thomas. When they make me, I went to him, he guided me. I go to Honorable Martin Numa. Those are my two mentors. Then guide me. Later now, I've been the link by Honorable Bashir Siliki since then don't come before me. So then tell me what are the do's and the don'ts of our chairman, energy committee chairman, So I'll be able to tread cautiously, take the 5th parliament down, take the 6th parliament again. I've also been privileged for letting still give me back the chairmanship. Well, I'm not going to say difficult because picking they join politics. When you don't join politics, you got to think more than TSO. So the most unfortunate thing for some people, when they join politics, you don't know what they go meet before you, or when you don't know the tax ahead. Well, if you know the tax ahead, you're not going to find it difficult. So I'm not finding it difficult at all. And I'm a public figure. I'll be ready for respond to public reactions, public opinions, and as the case may be. I'm not the vex at all.
Then guardians, they don't go over time. We don't get over time from people we consider senior members of parliament within parliament. You feel say don't help you so far in your chairmanship in terms of, because most of them, of course, agreement and they go parliament aside, the minister way they bring the agreement, the agreement, and the people they put forward agreements at the house because now you the head the committee. You feel say the guardians so far don't help with regards to the agreements they don't pass over time?
Of course it does. It don't help greatly. But let's put it this way. Agreement the way they go Parliament, most times are for private, relating to private business people. They can come, they get on MOU with the government, then later they go into IPP agreement. Yeah, they will say one can do X, Y, Z. But when they can't go Parliament, because before then they go look for finances abroad, that has to be ratified by Parliament. So that's our own rule. So Monday you can document go ratify them. Sometimes when it go along the line, it get difficulties for let it source fund for let it can do the job. But over the time, we don't pass Boku agreements. Boku they we don't yield dividend. Boku they we don't yield dividend. One major one we pass under my leadership was the CLSG, the additional financing for CLSG. I believe just discussed with my colleague Naya. Then they don't pass on. In fact, that was the first agreement as chairman. You know, and you know the procedure in Parliament. When agreement comes, you the chairman where did open it. Now you they open the debate. That debate where you they open is summary of that project you get from make known to your colleague MPs, even though everybody go don't get you for read. So it has yielded dividend to some level. Some then they will challenges then they, that is the naked truth, you know, whatever. Some then they will be non-pass up to now, they're not able to do not yet. But not a fault of government, because maybe they not get the required resources where they can start the job, or the one way they give them the money, then get their own conditions and where then they put, then they try for meet up their conditions and then before then they can't do the job.
Honorable Infa, you just listened to the chairman for that committee. He said most of the agreement in the reach Parliament, many the way not able to implement it as we speak, and not to the faults of Parliament. In office, Parliament self gets a role for play in terms of ensuring that the required oversight is done. If oversight is done, then no go pass agreement, implementation happen inside 1-2 years.
Well, one thing you have to take into consideration is the fact that even though agreements are passed, agreements should be backed by finance. If the requisite finance not there in time, then probably they will get bottlenecking in implementation. Because when you talk about, especially if we are talking about power, you're talking about financing that runs into millions of dollars, 40, 50, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. So if that finance, even though the entities for finance, they all agree, they don't agree to terms of what's in the agreement for say, it will take time for let you see then they grow or yield the fruits where you want to see. So of course, Parliament, we write the responsibility for ratifying the agreements and because we believe say it's in the good interest of the people of the country. But at the end of the day, not to Parliament get for provide the money. At the end of the day, not to Parliament get for going to the field. But indeed, once the money is there, Parliament for oversee, for ensure say they utilize their money then they judiciously.
Most of the agreements with Parliament don't pass over time. One we can get for the developments of country, particularly so in Nigeria. We see unanimously the APC and the SLPP, most of them can come together and pass the agreement in there. But the required impact, most times the public they say, they're not able to see them with regards to what's in the happen currently in the country. Who's the problem there?
Sometimes you have to do with government too. Government their own role. Probably standing in their own way, probably government functionaries them also standing in their own way, and case in point, even like the Bumbuna arrangement, something we don't start since 2011. If you look at it, up to the time where they actually get the agreement in 2017 to 18, then now to date. That I talk about Bumbuna phase 2, to date we still not get a realization of it, even though it was something that was going to be financed by the jewel company, and governments really just get for show commitment. But we see that yield the desired effect, and now as citizens we suffer the consequence. So some of those things now probably government standing in the way or government workers standing in their own way.
Honorable Keko, come to he mentioned CLSG as one of the private motion them we Parliament ratify, and we according to him say gets a huge impact in terms of in support to the energy infrastructure. Is that true?
Yeah, well, clearly so. But if it's implemented implemented to the letter, we will even get a even bigger impact, because you talk about the Southeast benefiting from it, Konobo, Kenema, and the North, Matutuka, says stand for benefit. You get even lines the way they don't draw all the way at the North, but they don't benefit yet as we speak. So we believe say if them thing for be followed, and if government their responsibility in terms of paying their dues they in place, then we will not for the believe say the percentage, because now then see, like in 2018, it says Sierra Leone get 80% of the population will not get access to electricity. And the strive and the fight now follow see how we reduce that gap there. You know, so if you say 80% not get, means 20% get. So how do you reduce that gap so that more people will get energy? So definitely that will be the step in the right direction, and that will be something that we as Sierra Leoneans will benefit from if it happen or if it be realized. One of the home generating energy source now that of waiting Bumbuna they provide. Because even from EDSA, as you speak now, EDSA, they cast the blame on Bumbuna, say, now as a result of fact, Bumbuna, water don't need riding, and they can enable provide light to the people. Honorable Nfa and self the APC party of recent make mention of Bumbuna as one of the facilities where the BOLED administration don't neglect and not able to get required attention for able remedy the plight of people. What's the problem the Honorable Kekura, and as much as you're chairman for the energy infrastructure? Thank you very much.
The agreement they hold on personal parliament, but could don't create big impact. I tell you, CLSG, there are another one, in ESOP, Energy Sector Utility Reform Project, the solar mini park at Newton, both kind of power rehabilitation and expansions. They are there. They are yielding dividend. Somebody, I'll tell you one thing, energy is capital intensive. And energy, if you want to get sustainable energy, it cannot be a quick fix. If you make a quick fix, you'll be robbing Paul to pay Peter. And that is a system this government doesn't want to operate with. President Bio and led government want to set the energy sector. By the time President Bio they left, 2, 3, 4 presidents will come, they not need for do nothing but the network again. Yeah? Before they, and our premises are the lay before I come to the question proper. The energy rehabilitation at this city, we may do so. Now 1995 major rehabilitation occur. Since 1995, nobody, no government don't want to do major rehabilitation on energy. Pass President Bio don't cancel. The line that we will get, now 11 kV lines and now them be wrong. And not able to stand test of time. You understand? There was some time in 2007 to 2018, before Unfad and they left power, they did some. They did up to 6 kilometers, 33 kV lines. And to some extent, the Freetown municipality, they get stable lights. Yes, because you never know why. Because the customer base was very small. Very small. The evacuation capacity at that time, the peak load was 45 megawatts. I'm speaking to you from an informed background. The peak load at that time was 45 megawatts. This is how you determine energy consumption. You know, just look at that way. The peak load was 45 megawatts. Today, I speak to you, the peak load of energy is 85 megawatts. But I come to your question first. Now left down the whole can back. Let come to your question where you ask. Like when you ask for Bumbuna, so you see, most times I be there travel. Somebody tell me say, "One my colleague in the radio they talk." I say, "Well, them answer. Well, then go they go na radio. Then go find out." The Bumbuna agreement was ratified in the House of Parliament before myself and my brother came to Parliament. Then under the former regime. When we came, we did not throw it away. We embraced it. I have conducted oversight to that facility, to that site, over 5 good times. I was in London. I had an engagement in the London Bridge in a restaurant. I had an engagement with the team. But let me tell you one thing. Government said we're not going to send because we want light. All man go can no more. You can put that kind of pressure per week. When initially the value of that project is 143 megawatts, it was $650 million. You understand? That was the value. After 2 years, it shoot up to $800 million. Hold on. Now, since all of that you mentioned, I'm coming. Hold on. Then, as I speak to you, they say the value of the project, if it is done, is $1.1 billion. But I'll tell you somewhere. So you feel say the APC, no, if you say the APC will go the public off. No, I have not said anything about Roganaya. The ratification, it was ratified under the former regime. When we come, we not this one, it was embraced. We started interfacing. Not that if we reject I will have not let team there on oversight. We don't go there several times. But let me tell you one thing. You go to Guinea, when are the close neighbor. There's an energy facility there, hydro facility, that 450 megawatt for $1.1 billion. Why should 143 megawatt be 1.1 billion? Let holiday and come and bring in Honorable Nfa. Honorable Nfa, at some point in time, Honorable Kekura mentioned saying the consumption load na Freetown
not there as high as it is now. That's more the reason why the APC be able to give the people in constant light, and now the situation won't change, and so we are not need for blaming with regards to what's in the happen.
Well, I will respectfully want to disagree a bit to that. Why I want to disagree to that is during the APC term, we get a lot of alternative power generation. We get the ADAX, we the give you electricity. We get the Charlotte, we the give you electricity. We get Bumbuna, we the give you electricity. We get Black Coral, we the give you electricity of 15 megawatts. We get Kintom, we the give 10. So all of that, when added, they give you enough generation for supply. Yes, the load, like he states, say high than then, which is expected because of the rural-urban migration, more people coming. And of course, when government they change hands, then people themselves they come because now they have jobs in the city. So that is expected. But I think say waiting also now other challenge is how they manage the energy business. And the car power. You
don't think they're not doing wisely?
Yeah, like the car power was supposed to be a temporal fix. The car power was supposed to be a temporal fix, while the phase 2 of the Bumbuna should have been implemented or put into place. If you note, APC never used the car power. It was standby. We get the Black Coral and we get the Kintom. Those were the power we were using. We get 60 megawatts will be the communal car power, ADAX. That was also a supplementing. We get also the Charlotte as I indicated. So all of that will be the count together, also be the help the situation. Secondly, we do research from engineers about the car power. What you get for know about car power now is that car power has an older machine compared to what you get a Black Coral or Kintom. That car power machine, according to an engineer, machine or generator what they use in the Gulf War, something when they made in the 90s, versus one where we the APC bring come in 2007. So you're going to see that two machines the way the capacity machine with time the capacity or potential capacity reduce. So indeed, car power government they pay 60 for 60, but the engineer they tell you say na 40 they send. So we don't concern back who the result this time is the balance money government they offer for that 60 day. Who that the
Honorable Kekuere can respond to this one, but he mentioned one salient point.
And indeed, this is not a knock on him. He's a parliamentarian and in an oversee for see how did it happen. Well, so anything they say, now for and zeal for let doing work.
And that's more the reason why Parliament now one point function for perform oversight roles.
Yeah, for zeal for let doing work.
And if he collectively then perform the oversight role, some of these loopholes he mentioned and for don't see them and bring up and you get remedy to see him. But again, mention one salient point. We got to do with financing of Bumbuna phase 2. We haven't even mentioned a project in Guinea and that of one within Leone, where you see huge disparity in the amount of money where the APC puts forward by then, saying that these projects cost over $1 billion, as opposed to one Guinea where they just around $435 million or so to speak. You don't think say that have been just one example of the many projects where the APC will try for implement will not be good for the people of this country in terms of the money where the burden on them for don't pay on the public for payback for them facilities. And
when a huge concern. But you also have to speak to the negotiating power of the government entity where they negotiate on behalf of government at the time.
We get
Ministry of Finance, we get Ministry of Energy where they in place.
We get weak negotiators.
Well, also you know, you get for go back and think and know when Guinea negotiated theirs, because you get the time value of money, and time value of money they change. You know, $10,000 now. Not go able to spend, not go able to be the same, not give you the same power, not get the same purchasing power of $10,000 5 years down the road. You get for look into that. But what here they say, energy will be struggle now. Energy is a very, very important commodity. And like how my colleagues say, will be discussed earlier, now human rights issue. You say a human rights issue. As a country, it was a win-win situation at the time. Why I say it was a win-win situation, it was a 25-year agreement, of which government, they own part of it, a commitment in the part, say, we pay into this. You understand? For Setui in that pace day, government, even the World Bank, fund the unbundling. When they say they pull NPA out of the equation, bring ENSA, bring the generating company, so that they all go do their work separately. Then also, after 25 years, this company will return this property to we, because government not get the money for spend that money there at that given time. and you get financiers, they wouldn't be ready for doing. So for us, it was a win-win for us. So whether it cost this amount, and I say money not important, it will not for doing, but sometimes you get for look at what's in the real value. You get the nominal value, but the real value. And the real value are the benefits of the people that will get out of the product.
Honorable Kekura, you don't listen to the submission of your colleague, yes, Member of Parliament. A mention say you can't compare the manner at which things were happening then and now. And also you make a very grave allegation against what's happened. It seemed like it's not a slap, but it seemed like a slap on the face of the chairman who is there.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
In as much as the chairman.
No, it's not.
The chairman lead the oversight. The chairman lead that body in a parliament, and that body for conducts oversight role. If such an allegation, they una for them will pick up money. But just make like
it's an allegation. How true is it? The problem with my colleague there, including Honorable Mufa, we are very close. We are friends. I must tell you that. There's a no say waiting and they talk now propaganda no more through no DD. Yeah? Because there's no iota of evidence.
But evidence speaks to the current, even the current scheduling not song.
No, do you know the customer base? I'm coming to give you figures. Me, I'm not talk on assumptions. I'm giving you figures.
But the reality
okay, but I'll tell you one thing. Okay. Who said that they misinformed the public first? Yeah, you talk about ADAX 1, ADAX this, no, eh? By the way, they don't change the name. Now, some bad now. Yeah? Let it go, ADAX, find out. It's investigative journalism. ADAX and EDSA, who are they giving company electricity now? This month talked about ADAX. ADAX get electricity way for supply to the government. Ask. Now, that light they come up Bumbuna. The 8 megawatt they get from Bumbuna. When they don't give some to Makini, now then they pull for this much talk about ADAX, so they talk about ADAX, will get fuck off for giving. Fuck all, you know, we know who they get there. You understand? I want to investigate too. So now, me man the dog can radio, television, and they talk, hey, ADAX, this, that. Before SLPP they come, now APC disconnect ADAX force. Now they ban their force for letting no supply. I will tell you the reason. Yes, of course. I will tell you the reason. My first engagement with them, I will call him, there was an India guy there called Rajiv. Now, in the head. I met with him. Now all APC MP then go, including Samemco, including Brom. Now go. We know what we discussed in that meeting. Yeah? What will have been the problem? When ADAX they generate, if they pump up on the 161 line, the 161 line are the line where they come up Bumbuna for Canfrita, it creates a whole lot of instability. A whole lot of instability, total blackout they come force. So the government said to watch us and said, no, we cannot continue with this. That's why they get the Agreco machine, one day Wellington, the one day blackout Naya. You understand? The Agreco machine. The most expensive tariff in the whole wide world at that time with Agreco. You understand? When there was an assessment done on Agreco payment, September 2016, April 2016 to September 2016, Agreco used 39 billion euros for generate electricity. They were only able to recover 7 billion euros. There was an income loss of 32 billion euros. That is about the Agreco. But then the law left for another day. But the most talk about ADAX. I want to let me call it APC MP. Let's talk that one. ADAX don't get nothing for you. No, we don't get it. So tell them all heads are safe. Samuel, I want you investigate to this is investigative journalism. Yeah? Then when my brother been the talk about car power, there's no element of truth. Car power seated there, the capacity of car power is 120 megawatts.
So almost any provider.
You understand? It depends on the contractual argument. Now what do we ask for? 9 and they give we. Car power there is 120 megawatts, another tell you out of whatever. It's 100. But if you ask for 40 megawatts, 9 and they give you. You ask for 60 megawatts, 9 and they give you. And for say, we they pay for 50 megawatts and 40 megawatts and they give. I totally disagree with that. Let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the problem. Where the problem lies. He knows very well because most times so instead they get challenged at Eastern Party, they call me. Now, the energy hub, na Kintomidi. Someone I want to listen if I know. The energy hub na Kintom, the makeup of the energy system of this country. I like na Bumbuna energy come they go Kintom. Now from Kintom now it is dispatch. But I may not tell you say the 11 kV lines now in Boku na the country. During the reign of APC, they did some 16 kilometers. But that was very small. Very, very small. So wait, when we come, for now we able to evacuate power from Kintong to the eastern part of Rita, or to even some partner western area is a problem. That was the time this government lobbied with World Bank and supported a program called ESOP, Energy Sector Utility Reform Project. When they don't revamped in network some area, not all, it has not been 100%. You understand? Now the evacuation capacity from 50 megawatt don't go to 80 megawatt. So now you have a lot of 33 kV lines done by this government, 53 kilometers. They did 16 kilometers. They started 16 kilometers, 11 years. In 6-7 years, President Bio has done 53 kilometers of 33 kV lines. These 33 kV lines, Samuel, it go there for another 50 years. Nobody know the toucher. It will able to supply and let the town expansive. But that there not be the thing but that one.
Honorable Kekura, this explanation and the current realities, then just their part.
You know their part because it no seems for the follow. No, that's how the energy. The energy component, the energy in two components.
Honorable Kekura, what is the current capacity? What is the current capacity of the gas as a country in terms of supply to the public?
Well, I tell you this first, those are things I'm coming at. Energy get two components. You get the transmission and distribution, then you get the generation. Somewhere, we built 1,000 megawatts machine at Freetown here today. You will not have 24-hour electricity until those transmission and distribution network are fixed thoroughly. Transformer, they don't install, they don't burn it. They don't burn it until those things are changed. 5 primary substations and that project cover all, then don't revamp back to 100%. But the city itself is a system. It's not like Montama where you hand your finger at the heart. You feel outside by your body.
Honorable Kekura, in 2011, the government decide for review the Electricity Act, move from that of which we know before this time as MPA to EGTC, of course. Was that a wise decision?
It was not. I have condemned that times without number. In my own personal opinion, I'm not speaking on behalf of government, not a government spokesperson. In my personal opinion, that was not a wise decision. Yeah? Sierra Leone is a very small country. Yeah? How many customer base we get? The MPA, I was satisfied with MPA. What they would have done, it would have created a department. Generation department, transmission and distribution department, monitoring and evaluation department. That was enough. You only have one system. It was going to reduce more staff employment for you to put body. You understand? But the unbundling, it has not yielded dividend.
Was that a recipe for which we see today when they say ineligible expenditures we currently happen at
it contributed immensely to all them problems that we get so. The unbundling contributed immensely.
Honorable Honorable Kekura say it not been timely for the APC by then. See the need for review the NP Act and we give by then the power for we get within the EGTC where they generate and that of EDSA way now then the interface directly with the public and the ripple effects and we see so even this current corruption we KKY and others they propel they say they happen within EDSA and say that in a one pan recipe them as a result.
I think say we need to take a look back in 2007 within the APC inherited when it comes to energy. You get to take a look at within our energy below there, which we be accustomed to. Some of we grew up studying on a lamp and candle. Generator was non-factor. But in 2006 to 2007 or 2005, 2004, 2003, we get small generator around. Then begin calling something Tiger.
Kaba Tiger.
Yes. I personally experienced now U building. For do me land documents, I bought fuel for the generator, I bought paper, the generator was on the floor of the U building. This is not a story. So APC when they come, and when announced by Kromaka, it declares we'll get lights in 100 days. And it tried for Biden generator here. Of course, a lot of people and believe say, enough for us spend that money, that man a day, where we get, where you spend. But that was a bold step at that time, and that was a necessary step. So if you look at that building from de novo, meaning building from nothing, indeed, some of them things they need for be happen. They have need for happen. Secondly, when they build from de novo or from nothing, you get for go through them growing pains and they. So if my colleague here they talk about the number of lines the way APC built versus the one there, of course they met something. They met a foundation where they can build off from. Like when I say energy or governance is continuity. If there was no electricity, if there was zero, if there was no car power, okay, for instance, if there was no car power ship. You remember when the government come na power, when they made a struggle for renegotiate with car power, there was no electricity in the city. Everybody begin complain. We forced them for negotiate with car power. So if there was no alternative, you wonder waiting for that happen at that time day when they come into power. No, so you understand, eh? So you get for remember, say, then challenges in the day. Secondly, now to your question, what you talk about, if it was a wise decision. Yes. Because now, with a fight for ensure say energy production not become government business. You can forget independent power players inside the play where they give power. So if you now unbundle from the way they distribute to the way they generate, it will be a complex factor. We don't know NPA for being not in past advantage. No, so not in past advantage and NPA. So if you not be get ETSA when a private entity for supply and one way they generate in this time now, they believe say other players they can inside for invest. But, if it's not difficult for the investors, they need for come in.
But that not seem like a wise business. No. The fact is that ETSA, even as we speak, no able capacity.
No, ETSA has distribute. What about the people that they generate? What about even the agreement they will sign? Not to financiers they come and invest. Not so that they can invest.
Honorable Kekura,
you get for separate the two.
We get a lot of IPs them at the country as we speak, and similarly so, we don't see the use of renewable energy through solar in many other parts. Access one will say don't improve, don't increase and all the rest. But again, at some point in time when the SLPP governments come, they may cry down the fact say APC may bring capacity in a country. If it mean bad, why the SLPP continue with it?
Well, I'm not to be honest, they condemn it. They will only talk what the SLPP government say no, that tariff is high. But before they go there, correct me, brother, first. And like they not be on bundle, now NPA one grade be left as a single factor. You understand? It is still operate with IPPs. It is happening in other countries, peculiar to Sierra Leone.
NPA was corrupt.
Then I also tell you, they make mention of that Bumbuna where they talk. There is another secret about Bumbuna too, let me tell you. That Bumbuna too so where they for can do. Where they will pay $1.1 billion for 143 megawatts. That Bumbuna will get so when a government own, when a 3 cent kilowatt hour will they buy. Then they absorb inside the system, not the government will get it again. It will belong to them. You understand? Then our water then they use. Then they sell it by 14 cent kilowatt hour. Which can not a broad lobby down. You don't can we own property the way they do 50 megawatts. Then they don't take an we hand. Then they put her inside the 143 megawatts. In fact, you're not going to reach 143 because we own 50. If you subtract 50 from 143 megawatts, they will give you out 80 something megawatts. They sell it pay $1.1 billion. That doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. That is just one who I want to clarify to you. You understand? My brother, they say, Samuel, we want to business people. When you do business, AYB, that's when they do business. When people then they rush out to know when the business don't boom. That is the time when for create savings. Yeah? We all in this country. The APC-led government, that was the time Sierra Leone was referred to as the fastest growing economy. Fastest growing economy. How many solar park they able build? Let them build 20, 30 megawatt. That generation we honorable the talk of so. Now the IPPs, now Agreco, not to President Kuruma, now IPPs. You understand? When we Sierra Leone was referred as the fastest growing economy, let the transmission and distribution network with President Bill do so. Even before don't do steps, so can generation for not put effort back. But that was the time they involved in lofty deals. They put the money in their pocket 50 fata. Then go make Wikins $29 million, the most expensive in the whole wide world. That was the time therefore don't do some development in this country. But Honorable seated here, my colleague, I want to really tell me, when Sierra Leone was around the fastest growing economy, what it really they do need to the energy sector. If it was sustainable, the energy where APC will get, as they go. The energy follow them. Is that a sustainable energy? President Bio is fixing the energy in the way. And like it go today. You understand? May the Lord forbid now APC can say the energy will not follow President Bio. That is the kind of system we are building. But let him tell you, when we are referred as the fastest growing economy, what did they do with our money? What did they do with money?
The program now hot seats and the Meet Live now YV television at channel 33 and CF Radio 101.7 FM. Now the studio I get the chairman for the Parliamentary Committee on Energy, we now Honorable Christopher Kekura Vandi, we of course with the sustainable energy for all. And similarly, so I get the spokesman for the main opposition APC. I get the spokesman for the main opposition APC party, Honorable Dr. Nfa Sori Beshekuroma. We of course therefore talk about waiting at the MPs in perspective with regards to the current energy state at the country. He asked a question where I think I just want to respond to as we turn the mic to the viewers them. I mean, the voices we'll get from the general public as to the current state of energy, we go read from them and we can respond.
Well, first of all, you talk about Wilkins Road, although you not get a moment in this conversation. One thing the public for know, that the Wilkins Road was not just Wilkins Road. It was called the Wilkins Road Project. And that Wilkins Road project involved Wilkins Road and roads that also will run through Wilberforce all the way up. So not just Wilkins Road, though. Like you say, just Wilkins Road at 12 million. And I tell you, say, that was the boldest engagement by government. That was the first funded project by government. Even at the time when President Ernest Koroma proposed, people in the Ministry of Finance were doubting whether it was going to succeed. It successfully completes that project there. It goes to Spur Road now. Then now you see all the rapid road infrastructure happen after that. But let's come to energy and power. Ebola happened. We all know that. But during the APC, you stated clearly, say, we'll be enjoy electricity. And I tell you for now, even during this rural electrification project, we then take solar power to rural communities. The people there, at the end of the day, get for return, even the meter there, because of the cost and the tariffs. Why? Because government is supplement. Imagine in rural communities where people don't have jobs versus the western, the urban cities where people have jobs. People are paying 20-30 more % per kilowatt hour what they receive versus we within the city. How they go to manage that? So government, if you look at APC then policies then during that time, government subsidized heavily from education, from power to healthcare to food supply to fueling. When will be enjoy 6,500 for a liter of fuel. So when you say what thing APC do with the money, then subsidize and create social programs and we be make the subsidies them from fuel to education, tertiary education 75%, to even the energy subsidies, even the free healthcare and APC brand camp. Bold steps that APC took during the time the economy was was in a positive upward trajectory.
You mentioned access now the provinces, but it carried on the fact it is way too expensive.
Too expensive.
Do you think access self makes sense? The fact is that over time, this not will not be happening at the provinces.
Of course. Who started the access? Who started energy? Who gave us electricity in Freetown? Who killed Kabataiga? Now APC killed Kabataiga.
Honorable.
APC killed Kabataiga. Who that killer?
Honorable, I will allow you for response. But at this moment, let me hear it from the general public, the public. There's a very concern as to the progress that has been made and areas we need improvement in terms of the current state of energy in the country. Let me listen to what the ordinary man gets for say.
On a very serious note, Honorable see much impacted, and this is not just today, it's over 40 or more years. Even currently, Parliament don't pass a lot of issues we get for do with energy. But the impact will not be for Sam. Would you see leaders in the come out, like the current committee where Dr. Yunkela they had 2 years back, they don't say a lot about energy. But on a very serious note, we know for still much it. They don't bring in and sack energy ministers. We not still much it. They don't bring in and sack director generals of EDSC. But still, the challenges still remain for me there. For me, the capital city of Freetown, I believe you say by now, we're not for the talk anything about energy business. Nothing. We're not for the talk about energy now. Pass the light over the sea. People pay and then they get electricity. And government shift again to communities who don't get electricity, more especially the rural districts.
In Alunga are there, and the way our lights operate in Alunga, we not go down well with people there. Like you take them 2-3 months, you know they get lights. Pass the very way then I feel like the tenant will get lights. And even who get lights, they give you according to. Then they give you like 7 o'clock when they say 12 o'clock midnight, they don't take her. So then the Roman, like today so now we get. Yesterday not we get. As citizens in this country, we hope say we self now we own things that the citizens will enjoy. Like lights, water, all that stuff. Now the citizens will able to enjoy. We not get lights, you know we will enjoy because like people then get free, and then we will get them lily. If you then give lights today, they not give tomorrow, people then will survive. If you lights not there.
What they do say fine. We in the save. But society we right now, we say they save too. We will turn rich, we know they will get light. Yes, then they will need the hamburger more because we don't say between 3 days, it is better. We turn rich, you forget the lights. Well, Sunday we need to get. Yes. We tell Papa government no more. We tell them deeper, let God make it succeed. Let they able do for we. We back log get cost that light. This country has a little too small. We will suffer for light.
Thank you. The way they distribute the lights, go down well with me fine, because some of who know they na house daytime, na net they go na house. At times, cooking day panafila they take like first and take at midnight and they send them. So now they are able to enjoy the lights, so no understand what's the problem. Well, because we dey say we get Bumbuna for me, if now we own they able put money per, at least we go come up at this constraint all time. And ship say will not pay money, all the ship say this, that, so me I not able to understand waiting at the problem. Well, me I advise the government that they look into that, the Bumbuna side, if they able put for make for that Bumbuna they able for the supply it go fine. Then when they pay money to Bumbuna, all the tell will not pay, then problem they come, so it's shameful.
Lights issue currently need to go down well between. Because with the pay lights bill, then the way they count the lights on and off. Sunday they pass 1 week, 2 weeks, we need to get lights. And with the strain, the freezer where they get the food, they all they spoil. Because if the lights a day, we but with the pay lights be complete. Then when they come back in, they buy the meter, they come for buy credits for the meter. Now after they give, so if they come buy 100,000 or 150, now 5 meter, 5 where they call it they give, or 6, 7. How we go do that? All I need to tell when at the country, they fine. Not fine, not good, because lights, especially night, is fine. But if they go give lights daytime, then net and pick it up for study. You see, all that thing there, do for putting at the freezer. Then if they send at daytime, and daytime, not all man go there now also do work. Some people they can't do business, like me, so me a business woman. We see do clean, I don't for canal. So I can't family living. They will go. I for expect lights because I don't for prepare me 2 days plus house, 1 week plus house. But if I go and not meet lights, the food they spoil. And we not go say salon if na tell the country be sweet, you go talk say every day they cook. But now 1 week plus house we they cook. Not a suffer push we they make cook. Because what make plus house, we put inside freezer, we go here with serve for then 1 week, remember prepare now, because if you say they're gonna market or go by, you know the whole again 50,000 cook. Now they're 200, it depends on how you then at the host. So if you say now every day cook, I think every day we go find out for the belly they make for. And the light issue, if they go say na daytime they give in night, well they strain with the poor one then, because we will not get the upper hand for go by generator, because Kabal Tiger we don't pull on aside. If we get the upper hand for go by generator put on our house, it go say make fear na wahala. So we not get na handy. So no, it not go down well with me. I'm not happy for that.
Welcome back. Those were, of course, the voice of the ordinary man in terms of the current state of electricity in the country. I think it seemed very worrying with regards to the submissions. But of course, firstly, I'm going to allow you for takeoff. I think there were some responses you want to make with regards to the earlier submissions of Honorable Nfa.
Number one, we know here, but what thing will be the concern of citizens? Now, because of the hiccups we in the energy distribution, we miss we about. Yeah, the challenges. Some man want get 24-hour light, get them. If that is naked truth, nobody know they deny that.
But some communities then they self with them put in that schedule day. That day we didn't see them forget lights, but could not get.
Well, we can't tell you waiting. I can't tell you there are human factors and technical factors.
Schedule itself.
Waiting they happen. We have human beings in the system who then necessarily tamper with the system. Yeah. You will get somebody something that they cover this area. Wait time don't for let's switch on this area. Sometimes they go get money, that they go supply. We are very cruel to ourselves. We're very, very bad to ourselves. You understand? But Mr. said they get energy challenges at times. I can go out of something inside darkness, I can sleep. But I can understand the other day, they say with the shed. I say, okay, no problem. Yeah? But what I want
in the 21st century? In the 21st century, you still.
What are you telling me? In United States, you get outages. United States of America, I was in North Carolina in August. Last year.
But
Wait.
wait.
When they say 24th century, no, they say 24th century. If you say Salon an advanced country, Salon is a donor-driven country, a third world country. We have to know that. When I make the blame my colleague and for them, that's why Salon is the fastest way.
It makes sense to declare austerity as we speak.
No. It will not reach that level. Like we said, for them.
They're not use all this.
No, if austerity come, you don't have to know, bruh.
They don't use that.
You don't have to know. Now that make up in the talk somewhere. When you business don't grow, now that tell you to create savings. You understand? Now that tell them, my brother, they for don't create savings. Or sometimes before they come on, they for don't fix like in a 50 megawatt solar.
So now the business not look the boom.
Like when sit on also. If for the talk and me say that solar now will fix them.
The business
let tell you one thing. Let me you say no say you know the boom. Then let tell you one thing. This government, the interest in President Bio-led government in the energy sector, no one day get a president since independence. We have never. Samuel, I will tell you with evidence, you're a journalist. No president, no one day can at this country, whether APC, whether SLPP, whether Sojaman government, for take your money where they generate, for fixed transmission and distribution network in one great village, one small village. President Bio, in the midst of all difficulties, the economy is challenged. You know what he do? He instructed his Minister of Finance, we owe money, not to donor money. I make a talk publicly, not to donor money. We have fixed transmission and distribution network in 7 district headquarter town. Kabala, Kambia, Moyamba, Pujon, Bond, Matrujo, and Kailan. The president will get for car after President Bio. Now enjoying get for car enjoy no more now. Now I improve on that. And not get for Google do again. Now we owe money, me and you will money. With honorable, we all now money that one day. No government no one day do that one day. So that don't tell you say how desperate President Bio dey for that it brings sustainable energy to them people to the people of Sierra Leone. And then transmission and distribution network where them put so. They set in the way where it will serve people that over 60 years. Not a quick fix. Yeah, not a quick fix like waiting on for them get. But when I be waiting with the call and me catch naka electricity, now them supply. Now make as them don't declare no more President Bio the winner. Then the light don't go. Who said the light didn't go? Who said the light didn't go? So na cosmetic business them in the part. You understand? So you don't see the solar mini grid will be in the top board. Samuel. Now he knows very well, but when they can na radio, so these are very clever man. So then they can't politicize no more. The solar mini grid. Now we get work package 1 and work package 2. Who introduced the work package 1? Now then, it was inherited. God led through government and continuity. The solar mini grid work package 1 54 communities. Now then begin and then go 15%. Then we can do that. Then we introduce work package 2.
Honorable Infa,
yes, sir.
You listen to the people with regards to the submissions we get for do with the coins shedding of the electricity. As an opposition, waiting not a position to same because recently we see on a party issued out statements we get for do with the coin states of energy. Una been the fee say the SLPP for take to a position where we there at the moment we are in past and get for shed lights for let people able to get.
No, but listen to me, colleague here. They talk about the investment we in young governments don't do in energy, but fail for acknowledge the investment what the previous government did in energy. Because when you born picking, if other man come in now, you know we forget the post we born.
Tell me.
And I tell you back say the energy, those are secrets. Energy was zero. Where APC can have power. Zero. Blackout was rampant. So when we come, we create a situation where the people will expect that energy should be a mainstay. The bar had been set very high. If APC not be do good thing for energy, tell me why now after 6-7 years they fight now for rehabilitate the generators, the thermal plants in Kintom and Black Hole. Why not now? And why we need her now? With all the strides we the SLPP government don't make now. Which means we have to depend on each other in energy. But you cannot say you did it ever in the history where they acknowledge the Huawei starter. No, the government of President Bio no say energy 19 where the people of this country don't expect. And then save need for take direction in that stride day. Similarly, so we can't even other infrastructures from road and all that, they met it. No, they're not starting from scratch. So indeed, when we had the economy kicking, everybody knows Ebola devastates Salon heavily. It devastated the economy. It devastates all the strides and where APC don't make. How many years after that APC come on power? Also 2 years after that. 2 years after that. Then they get elections. So if you don't, and during that Ebola 10 day, if you see, even if you look at the inflation at that time, during inflation, governments managed the inflation at that time because of the reserve government began at the time. So why they talk about energy, and when this government they talk about energy now, and I always go on record, they say austerity will not reach date. Austerity is prudent financial management. Austerity is not poverty.
The economy,
you know, austerity is not poverty.
The economy not the boom, and they don't need for declare austerity because they will manage in this way.
When they don't declare austerity, they make wage bill the high. There's an argument for another day, but because they declare, they make wage bill so high, they make inflation not steady, they make exchange rates not they uside this right now because they not declare austerity. They spend like say still things are normal.
The government,
then austerity, not of poverty.
The government and KKY now one senior person within the government don't say EDSA need a total overhaul. As a member of parliament from the APC,
I go want to really KKY focus on what you do now. Then you go do an overhaul. What he meets the noble manager, then you go do an overhaul again. You say one can go to the dark ages? No, please, let's don't do that. Let's take the strides that we have made now. Let's fix all the challenges we're doing now. So go move forward. I go overhaul.
I still think say government will continue for subsidize EDSA.
Why not? Governments for. But I mean, look the GST where they get we today. They don't even pay NRA.
Okay.
We then GST then they. NRA I make instance na chairman. You need for pounds on them people here. We need to find out the leakages. The government's campaign on leakages is what they call. You need for pounds on them. Now you know they can all they protect them or talk for them. You understand? Because at the end of the day, now all they suffer. Now you can call or not get light. Now you for call. Now you for call. No, not for call. But I don't work for them. You know they come back and they talk for them back.
No.
And
I'm just keeping the record straight. Yeah, I just said and so we come on and do. We don't invite EDSA for committee hearing. That may be next week. Now this thing I have more today. Yeah, then they come for let them give you update. What make I will not be done doing it because you know say committees and we don't dissolve. And when committee then dissolve, you don't get that locus for late call. But I have been reinstated as chairman. But just a quick one. My brother they say the Lay Foundation, then do this.
Solid foundations on which you grow now.
Are they challenger?
Those solid foundations.
We are called. No president, no one they dream butter. So not they're not even Lay Foundation.
But our team meets, I make you do ayanda.
What team meet? Okay,
Freetown are the biggest, the most populated.
They say, wait, Samuel, what would they talk about reserve? When President Kabamine left, he reserve they always equate them to month of importation. Yeah? When President Kabamine left, so the reserve we left, they equate them to 5 month importation. In the midst of all fastest growing economy during the reign of APC, whether I cancel, where then they go, the reserve where they left was 2.8 months. Now for mathematical reason, no more they run out to 3 months. Is that an improvement? The pardon they don't let 5 months reserve, they only can break down to 3 months.
With zero infrastructure, no electricity, no roads.
Economy, oh, we not able to do nothing. We not able to build 1 megawatt for we SLPP be we own. Lekweti president be don't do na kabala kambia moyamba pujo bomb patrujo en kailan. That na we own, na government you. So the tariff therefore be very cheap. The people they under will enjoy. Una not do una be they take no more, una they fly, they go 50 fata, una they chop the country money.
With no foundation, no infrastructure, electricity. You said late Etijankaba left reserve, but we didn't have any electricity foundation. No electricity infrastructure. We get blackout. Rampant blackout. We make the president come. He declares lights for days and 100 days.
You know they spend
you understand?
50 fata.
Not to 50 fata. You have to set a foundation. You have to set a foundation. But if we did not have the foundation in the Western area, they will not have the
spend the money 50 fata because the required impact the people never see them. You think the government will continue to subsidize EDSA?
I'm not defending EDSA. You go into EDSA, you have some people there that are not supposed to be there. You understand? Most of them problems I will get so now self-created problem. Most you get people then they create a problem, yeah. You understand? That is the naked truth. You hear that I will tell you, even when they shared so. Some people then they're very, very biased. With the people that were supposed to get today, sometimes are interested and then they go kill light. So you see some these are all problems. Then you get what we call technical losses.
Okay.
Yeah? I better tell you say transformer then the way they don't fix it, they don't want me and you yet. They're not able to withstand test of time. The 11 kV line, you know, we're able to withstand test of time again when they don't inject the thing. So, The water, all they don't do the 33 kV lines. You see the light they go in normal.
Who's part so? Okay, thank you so very much. With that being said, I have to say plain thank you to Honorable Infine and Honorable Kekua Vandi for the time. Of course, 1 hour very short. Taking into account, taking into account a lot of issues. We can get to this. But nonetheless, I think the public will judge with regards to the submissions here this evening. But I say many thanks again to Una for Una time this evening. The program we've been on the watching hot seat. Apologies, I'm unable to go through Una messages then at the Facebook page, but we'll see ways of go through them in the subsequent program. Nonetheless, me and Samuel Ibrahim Kroman, I say plenty thank you to the technical team for, of course, the support for ensuring we get a very smooth program. So we'll meet again. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday evening.